Hi, and welcome to Fun with ADHD. I'm Patty Blinderman, and we are going to have fun playing around with our ADHD brains today. In this second episode, I've decided to dive into my game closet. I read an article in Good Housekeeping called the 90-90 rule. I always find new approaches to organizing very sparkly to my brain. They get me engaged and interested in trying them. And I love to go through things that I've been meaning to go through, but just haven't had the motivation, the energy. I've been waiting for the perfect time, all of that, those things that get in our way. So I decided to try this method, experiment with it here with you. So we're going to do this. Let me preface it by saying that from the time I was about 22, have always dreamed of having a game closet. When I was in college, one of my best friends and her family played games all the time, and they had a game closet. And I just thought, that's the best thing I've ever seen. It was like literally their hall closet. When you came in, instead of having a bunch of coats, it had a bunch of games, all different board games. And it was just like this playground to me. I love playing games. Ironically, I am surrounded by family members who don't love playing board games. They're more video game people. So I've been holding on to a lot of these for some of them more than 30 years. They're that potential that one day, what if it comes up, I want to have it just in case kind of categories. So I'm going to go through this and see if the 90-90 rule is going to work for me. So let me describe what that is from Good Housekeeping's method. They said that to use the 90-90 rule, you're looking at, have you used it in the last 90 days? Or do you expect to use it in the next 90 days? So this is great for clothes. It's good for, anything that's kind of around your house that, with the exception of maybe like holiday things that, I just packed up Christmas not very long ago. I'm not going to use in the next 90 days. I will use, it's like certain things you only use once a year, but you need them that once a year. This is more for things that have been sitting around and you can't quite decide what to do with them. They have that energy that I think of it sometimes as a sunk cost of, I've invested in that, or I remember I used to like to play it. So I'm going to do my best to go through these items, which can have a lot of emotional baggage for me. They're very sentimental, some of them, because I remember playing them before we had kids. And then maybe when the kids were younger, or, I don't have a lot of little kid games anymore. I've done a good job of removing those, but I think some of these are going to be hard. Some of them were gifted to me. Some of them I have multiple varieties. I pulled these out of I have a cabinet, not a game closet, but a game cabinet. But all of them didn't fit in there. So they were tucked in the basement. They were in a couple of different areas. So I've pulled them all. You can see little stacks here. I have a whole rolling cart here. I've got another pile over here. You can't even see because this pile is on top of it. There they are. So we're going to do this together. I'm going to try to do it in a really intentional way because I'm recording this and I'm not going to be able to pause it. And I don't want to make it boring for you. So I've got categories to help me do this. My categories are, I have bins for each of the categories. I have a keep bin. I have I know I have a few things that are missing pieces, but I also have some things I might want to look into because when I was pulling these out, I was noticing some of them, I don't even know what they are, but I don't want to just decide without remembering, why did I buy this to begin with? So I'm going to limit myself to 5. I'd like to limit myself to 3, but 3 felt too restrictive. So I'm going to honor that and just try to limit it to 5 instead. But with the goal maybe of keeping it to 3, but allowing myself 5. I have a donate sell bin, and I have a bin down here called trial or check with family. So these are things that maybe we have, but we never played, or maybe we played like during the lockdown during COVID, and we haven't played it since, but I remember we had fun playing it. So I don't want to just get rid of it without either playing it again to see if we do like it, or asking family members, like, is this something you really want to play? And then I'll put it in the trial bin for prioritizing playing in the next 90 days, when I'll intend to come back and make a final decision on the things that I couldn't fit into one of these categories immediately. Okay, so those are my categories. I think they're going to work, but I never know until I get into it if there's a category that I may have left out. So I've got a little notepad here. I can write it down. I also have a little note on here to remind me if I'm really stuck to ask myself, does this bring me joy or is it adding weight to what I'm trying to do? So one of my strategies for filtering out to create urgency is I think about if I were packing, because we've moved around a lot. So I always think if I was packing a moving truck and this was the thing that kept me from bringing something that really mattered to me, like, is it worthy of fitting in a box to move with us? Like, would I want to take it to the next location and, reserve space in a box, reserve weight on the truck, the energy and effort to pack it and unpack it. So all of those things I want to keep in mind. That helps me to really more effortlessly look at it objectively and think, yeah, no, I don't want to take that with me. So I have that in the back of my mind as well. All right. But again, I have it written down because I don't want to tax my working memory when I'm going through this. So is it move worthy is what I call it. And actually, I'm going to write that in my highlighter because I can't see it very well. So I will forget it. Move worthy is what I'm calling it. Okay. So let's dive in. And there's really no rhyme or reason. They're just all over the place. So the first place I thought I would begin, now that I can see these on top, I have a bunch of office trivia games. So this is the office downsizing game. I have the office trivia game, and I have That's What She Said game. The That's What She Said, I know I have to check with family because I know we played that during COVID. And it was, I remember it being funny. I just don't know if we'd still find it funny, 5 years later. I don't think we have played. We did play the office trivia game a lot. My family loves The Office. Let's see, I'm really struggling. I'm going to put them in the check with family bin and give them a choice of keeping one because we don't need 3 office games. I really think that was indicative of, again, that was during COVID when we were watching The Office over and over again. Okay, the next is cribbage. I only have one of these, and this is one of my husband's favorite games where I play. So I'm going to keep that. The next is a bingo game. I like bingo, and I love Charlie Brown, but it's a Christmas themed Charlie Brown. And I don't think we've ever played it. I think it was a gift, but I'm going to donate that because I don't see us ever playing it. The next is Taboo, which this is a 30-year-old game for sure. We used to absolutely love this. I feel like there's a couple of games. Oh, look at this. I wrote my future self a note. Guys, this is one of my favorite tips that I do. You probably can't see that very well, but I wrote myself a note on February 1st, 2025 that I condensed 2 different Taboo games that I had. The classic game was missing a buzzer. So I added the extra cards in the timer from the newer game to the box. Okay, well, I have to say, I forgot I did that. And we have not played this because I still thought the buzzer was missing and we were missing pieces. So I'm going to put this in the trial game box because we need to see if we're going to play that or not. I don't want to hold on to it just because we used to enjoy it. If we've kind of outgrown it, I want to honor that. All right, this is definitely a trial. Because we played this during the pandemic all the time. And I remember we really liked it. I can picture us sitting around the kitchen table and playing it, but we have not played it since. So I'm going to check with the family. And if they want to try it again, we can try it. Jenga, we do play. So I'm going to put that in keep. Blank Slate is a new game that we have recently acquired and we love it. So I'm going to put that in keep. I've only gotten rid of one game. That's okay. The Blank Slate reminds me of, I remember when we played it, I thought this is just like Pictionary. If we still have Pictionary, I want to let that go. And I don't see it. So maybe we already let it go, which is good. Okay. Monopoly. I have 2 versions of Monopoly here. Do I have another? Do I hear a third? Yes, I do have a third. Oh my, I have 3 versions of Monopoly. And if this comes crashing, I'm telling you guys, I have a lot of games. All right, so I have traditional Monopoly, I have Bears Monopoly, and I have Star Wars Monopoly. The Bears Monopoly was a gift, but I do need to see if it's missing pieces. So I'm going to put that in here. Actually, I'm going to put these in here to research because I only want to keep one, and I'm going to keep the one that has the most pieces. I really don't care which one. So they're in my research or to check if there's missing pieces. Okay, so one of the things I just knocked over that I did not realize until I was gathering all of my games is I have dominoes. We used to love playing Mexican Train. So I have the case of dominoes. I have a tin of dominoes, and I have another tin of dominoes that has never even been opened because 21 years ago, I used to have an eBay store and I bought these in bulk and sold them. So I think I'm going to let the open one go. I'll donate that, even though I believe all the pieces are in there. I can always, you can see me struggling. This is a just in case. Absolutely. I'm thinking just in case there's a piece missing and I'm not aware of it, I'll be guaranteed it's in an unopened one, but it would also serve as a gift in a pinch. So I could put it in my gift closet, which I don't even have anymore. So as I say that, that doesn't make any sense. Although actually I do have a gift space. Okay, so yes, I'm going to keep both of these and one of them is going to go into my gift closet. I forgot I do have a gift space. Okay. Now I have bingo markers, which are super sparkly and fun, but I got them on our cruise 2 years ago now and have never used them. So that fits my, don't need to keep that. I have a bunch of playing cards that are very, I love a nice new stack of playing cards, but I don't think I need, how many? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 decks of playing cards and elf playing cards I don't need. They're donated. My Charlie Brown ones I love. I'm going to let them go. I love them. But again, they're Christmas only and I don't need that. I'm going to keep the new decks because we do go through them. This one was bitten by a puppy. I don't know why I even still have these a while ago. I'm going to let that one go. They work fine. That's just the case. I'm just judging based on, do I want to keep the deck? So I'm going to keep 6 because when we play Texas Hold'em poker, we usually need multiple decks. So they're never going to go bad. And I'm going to keep the Texas Hold'em because we do play that. All right, I have 2 games of Uno and I'm going to keep both of those because when we have a bunch of us playing, we do use both of them. So that makes sense. Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit, I'm going to put in Check with Family. I don't want it. If one of them wants it, they can take it, but I'm not going to be playing them again. All right, I have a thing of dice, which I find very sparkly, and I do use, if I kind of have them again, they're just in case a game is missing dice. So that I'm going to put in the missing piece in case a game needs die. I have Yahtzee, which I'm doing a good job of putting these up, guys. Sorry. It is, oh, it has all, oh, wow. I think it's brand new. Yeah. The little things have never even been opened. So even if it doesn't have die, oh, it does. But if it didn't, I have the dice. So yeah, we're going to keep Yahtzee because Yahtzee is a great, easy game that we can play. No, no deep learning curve. Same thing with Bananagrams. You guys haven't played Bananagrams? One of my favorite word games to play. Very easy, very quick. Okay, so let's go to this other large game, Life. I think I've got another Life game. Do I? No, I believe this is my only Life game. Well, then I need to keep it because I love the game of Life. And that's an updated version that has updated cards. We played it over Christmas. So that meets the last 90 days rule. Okay, this is a challenge. Have not played it in the last 90 games. Do not expect to play it in the next 90 days. My son gave it to me. So it has, I have that sentimental attachment to it. I've never played it. And honestly, I don't have an interest in playing it, but I know it's very popular and people love it. But I also know it's a high learning curve game. So I'm going to put it in the donate cell, but I will show him, what I'm doing before I do it so that I don't want to hurt his feelings. But if he's committed to learning it and wants to teach me, I'll still give it a go in the next 90 days. But right now I'm putting it in the donate pile. Illustrations. If you follow my my ADHD-friendly podcast, you know we played this over Christmas for the first time and loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So that is absolutely staying. That was an investment game. Apples to apples. We have not played this in the last 90 days. I don't expect to play it in the next 90 games, but we do go back to it. So I think I'm going to check with my family and see if they still want to play that. This one's easy. Trivial Pursuit Disney. Have not played this in the last 90 days. Do not expect to play it in the next 90 days. And I'm going to let that one go. All right. On to, oh gosh, I'm avoiding this one. So this was another pandemic game, Ticket to Ride. We played it once. We did really enjoy it. But again, I remember there was a learning curve to the game. And I remember thinking when we were playing it, okay, if we keep playing this, this is going to be really fun. But it has been 5 years and we have not played it in the last 90 days. I do not expect us to play it. My hesitation is that it was expensive. And if we ever had company, it was like, oh my gosh, we love that game. We'll teach you. I would play it, but I would not want to do the work of learning it again on my own. So I'm going to research this one and see if I want to give that one up or not. Okay. My family loves questions that we ask each other. So that's where this comes in. How well do you know the people in your life? So you ask, we do this a lot at dinner time where, you know, you'll ask just kind of everyday regular questions. What do you think my defining characteristic is? And you get like everybody to answer and you find out information about yourself and others in the game. But we have not played this in a while and we may have exhausted the topics. I don't know. So I'm going to put that in a research and think about it because I'm not sure if I want to play that again. This is more of an executive function game. I'm going to put this in, kind of investigate and then see if it belongs in my office or if I'm just really never going to use it. Classic charades. I love charades. Does not. They are not charades people. But I am going to hold on to it in the hope that maybe just, you know, you ever get a group of people, charades. I don't know, I just love charades. Monikers is another really, really fun group game that it's small, it's easy to play, easy to explain, and keeping that lots of fun. Even though we haven't played it in the next 90 days and probably won't play it in the next 90 days, we will play it again. All right, so Battleship. This is new in the box. I think I bought this at an estate sale. Oh no, it says Goodwill on it. Maybe I bought it at Goodwill. I just love Battleship, and our Battleship game was missing pieces. So I'm going to put it in the play in the next 90 days bin. There it is, the trial bin, to see if we want to keep it. My family always loves Sorry. Easy yes. It's, you know, kind of, no, it's just the luck of the draw kind of thing, but a little bit of skill required. Same thing with Othello. I think Othello is missing one circled guy, one of these little pieces. It's looking a little beat up. Maybe I'll think about if I want to replace that. It's kind of seen better days. It's really old. Risk was a game I loved growing up. We did play this over the summer, last summer. I don't like I'm doing a really great job of getting rid of a lot of these, but this was very time consuming. I'm going to ask the family because it was fun, but I remember we left the game out for about a month and we never came back to it. And I just don't know if we will start a brand new game again, but it was fun with the Resistance and the Rebels playing each other. We have a Harry Potter Clue game. I'm going to check with the family. I don't know if we're ever going to play that. I think I bought that just because I thought it would be fun because it was Harry Potter. I have a backgammon game that I do love to play backgammon. Kind of bulky at a case, but I do like it. So I'm going to hold on to that one. My favorite game ever is missing 2 tiles. This is my turntable. This is the first game that when I finally got the turntable, I remember I felt so lucky. And I just appreciated the turntable so much because when we first got married, we couldn't afford the Scrabble with the turntable. We had the board that you had to keep carefully turning so the next player could see it, or they'd like scoot around to look at it. But this is very special to me. I want this game with these tiles. I just have to find 2 replacement tiles, and I know I can do that. I've looked on Etsy. I just always have a hard time pulling the trigger. But if it's in here, I have some structure and some accountability to do it. I have a 7-in-1 game of chess pieces. This pile is huge. I need to research and see if it's missing any pieces because I don't like it. I don't want it, but it is the only chess set I have. So I need to see if it has all the pieces. Otherwise I can let it go. Spot it. I don't know what it is. Nope. I'm not going to research it. I'm going to let that one go. Okay. These are strategy games we've had for a long time. So they're Quarto and Squirtle. These are easy to explain, easy to play, simple, fun games. The pieces are nice quality wood. They feel really nice to play. We haven't played them recently, but we do like to play them. And I feel like if I pare down the game cabinet, they'll be easier to get to, and we will play them. Boulder Dash, I feel like is a game like Monikers that we already have. If you can see how dusty, like I don't know if you can see the dust on this thing. I have had this game. This was probably one of my first investment games that, like board games back in the day were like $30. Now they're like more than that. But I'm going to do the thing I know I shouldn't do, which is to look and see if there's any cards that we've written on that would have memories. Nope. Okay, I can let these go. All of the pieces are here. I don't need it because we don't play it. I'm going to let this go. Thank you guys for helping me do this. Haven't played it in 90, won't play it in 90. I bought this game, Pit, during the pandemic, and we have not played it yet. So 5 years. I don't think we're going to play it because I honestly just don't like it. Everything's still wrapped up in, encased in the plastic wrapper it came in. I just remember I loved it when I was younger. I don't think anybody's going to play with me, so I'm going to put that in the donate pile. That's it. That was going to take a lot longer and be a lot more. So I'm keeping some games that I haven't played in 90 days and don't expect to play in 90 days, but easily could play them. My hope is that with them organized, we'll be playing these more because we can get to them more easily. So I've kept some of these easy to play card games. I've got my word games. I've got my brand new Telestrations game, the Yahtzee that we haven't even played yet. I have my new blank slate game that we loved playing. I've got all my cards, my Uno game, my Texas Hold'em poker that we do play. We play candy poker that starts every Halloween and goes through Christmas. Ever since the kids were little and used to go trick-or-treating, we used to play as a way for them to trade and kind of get candy that they didn't get trick-or-treating that somebody else may have gotten, have a chance to win it. So everything that I'm keeping now fits on my little rolling cart, and I have no doubt is going to fit in my cabinet because all of this is not. I don't know if you can see it. I got a little rolling cart here, and it might be 20 games total. If I know a lot of these are going to get research and maybe come back into the fold, but I am super proud of myself to have a bin of donate sell that's overflowing with games. There's at least 10 games in here, and that's going to create some space. So that was the 90-90 rule test, a little experiment. I was reluctant to do this category because I thought it was going to be really hard. Admittedly, I still have to research these. I'm going to do that before I even put them away, but I'm not going to record it because that would be incredibly boring, much more boring than what I'm doing. But again, it's a way to experiment with decluttering, downsizing what you have, make it fun, make it playful. So it's interesting to your brain, not a heavy expectation that you're feeling the weight of. You want to keep it light, keep it airy, and just explore. Is this serving me? Is it, I didn't even come up with, I think when I go through these, I will come up with some of the, is it bringing me joy or is it weighing me down? And is it worthy of putting in a box to pack and move with me? I might need that for these. That's it for this second episode of Fun with ADHD. Thanks for checking it out. We'll be back next month with a new episode. Until then, tally ho.